Welcome back, everyone. Tonight we explore a case that shook America, the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
This isn't just about one man. It's about what happens when disagreement transforms into dehumanization, when ideas spark violence instead of dialogue.
Charlie Kirk was born in 1993 in the Chicago suburbs. Raised in a middle-class family, he wasn't marked by trauma or abuse. Instead, his story was about ambition.
Right. And unlike most cases we cover, Charlie wasn't the violent one. He represented the target, someone attacked for what he believed and spoke about.
At just 18, he founded Turning Point USA, aiming to challenge what he saw as ideological dominance on campuses. He built a movement of young conservatives across America.
And for many, that made him a symbol. Loved by some, reviled by others. That polarization is important. It's a red flag we see globally today.
Yes, we're seeing rising hostility between groups, from attacks on journalists to assaults on politicians to online threats escalating into real-world violence. These are red flags society must not ignore.
And these red flags don't come from one ideology alone. Far left, far right, religious, nationalist. Across the spectrum, people are turning to violence against those who think differently.
Exactly. Charlie Kirk's assassination is part of a larger trend. People are radicalized online, immersed in echo chambers, and eventually some decide that words aren't enough, that violence is the answer.
So the psychology here isn't about Kirk. It's about his killer, Tyler Robinson, and the mindset that leads someone to believe killing can solve ideological conflict.
Tyler wasn't a hardened criminal. He was a 22-year-old, once a promising student, who drifted into isolation and extremist online communities.
Isolation, resentment, echo chambers. Those are red flags we see again and again. They can transform ordinary young people into extremists willing to commit the unthinkable.
And those red flags go beyond America. Think of incidents in Europe, where political leaders have been attacked, or in Asia, where ideological conflicts have led to assassinations.
It's universal. Wherever division deepens and dialogue breaks down, violence lurks as a possibility.
On September 10, 2025, Tyler carried out his plan. One shot during Kirk's speech ended the life of a national figure and revealed the deadly cost of unchecked radicalization.
And remember, he engraved his bullets with slogans and memes. That bizarre mix of ideology and internet culture is another red flag. When hate and mockery blend, it can desensitize someone to real human life.
The investigation quickly traced him through surveillance and tips from family. But the damage was done. Charlie Kirk was gone, and the nation was left reeling.
The aftermath tells us something too. His supporters mourned, his critics divided, and online trolls mocked. That polarization feeds the cycle of hate.
So let's pause and ask, why do people resort to violence against ideas?
Because they stop seeing people as people. Opponents become symbols, enemies, villains. And once you strip away humanity, violence feels justified.
Yes. Psychologists call it dehumanization. Combine that with isolation, ideological obsession, and online reinforcement, and you have the formula for political violence.
It's also about identity. People who feel powerless sometimes cling to ideology as their entire self. When someone challenges it, they feel personally attacked.
That's a critical point. Once politics becomes identity, disagreements turn into existential threats, and existential threats can justify extreme reactions.
And those formulas don't just appear in history books. They're unfolding around us today. In every corner of the world, when rhetoric turns toxic, someone out there might take it literally.
That's the chilling part. Kirk believed in open dialogue. His assassin believed in shutting down dialogue forever with a gunshot.
So the legacy of this tragedy isn't only about one man. It's a warning sign for society about what happens when disagreement crosses the line into hate.
Exactly. And we have to pay attention to those red flags, whether online radicalization, toxic polarization, or leaders who demonize opponents. They're the sparks that can ignite violence.
Look at history. Political assassinations from Gandhi to JFK, from Rabin to Shinzo Abe. The motives differ, but the common thread is seeing an opponent as an obstacle, not a human being.
And in each case, the act of violence did not resolve the conflict. It only deepened divisions and created martyrs.
Because at the end of the day, no idea is worth killing for. No difference is worth silencing a life.
And that's why we tell these stories, not to sensationalize, but to remember the costs and to recognize the warnings.
It's a plea for empathy, for dialogue, for humanity in the face of division.
We hope we can learn to be better at listening and truly talking, even when we disagree.
Because that value, deeply rooted in America and Europe, should be a guiding light for every part of the world.
And if we fail to learn, tragedies like this one will keep repeating, tearing societies apart.
But if we succeed, maybe we can build communities where disagreements sharpen our minds instead of hardening our hearts.
That's the hope we hold on to.
And it's a hope we want to share with you, our listeners.
Thank you to everyone for listening.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share them in the comments, and don't forget to like and pass this along.